Hey there, so this is by request from THS over at cupofcoffee.com. Thank you, THS, for your many requests. This request and your continuous support, it is awesome. And if you want to support this channel, you can do like THS does and buy me a cup of coffee over at cupofcoffee.com. The link is in the description box. This is PERSONZ in 1990. This is April of 90. And it is at Budokan. It is live. Here we go. So that's a clip from an entire concert, which is on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description box so you can watch the entire thing. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long. And that was from 1990. Now, THS says that this band just had a tour in 2023 for their 40th anniversary. So I guess it begs the question for my Western viewers. Do you have any idea this was going on in 1990? I didn't. Obviously I didn't. To me, it was stunning to find out when I first saw Baby Metal and Bandmade that they had been around for 10 to 15 years, depending on which band we're talking about. I was shocked. I was like, why didn't I know about this? And I think that's a discussion that we're going to have on a live when I figure out how to pull it off. And that is, why did it take Capitol Records signing Baby Metal for them to stand alone in the Western Hemisphere? Why does a band like this, which is so popular, has had world tours and has big hits, unknown to a lot of us who were much younger then and into rock music to the point where, you know, it was all day, every day, 24/7. So what keeps everything in its place? Got any ideas? I do. I've got a few. And I think that we're going to have that conversation because I've been thinking about it ever since I started this channel. In fact, it kind of came to me before I started the channel. And it was part of the reason I started the channel. And that was I did not feel like these bands were getting enough visibility in the West. And I hoped that even a little bit here and a little bit there would be enough. But it took Baby Metal collaborating with several different rock acts from around the world to be signed by Capitol. And I think we have to ask the question, why does Capitol have to sign them for them to play over here? For them to release albums over here or music over here? Do they have to? No, but are they getting the visibility? No. I'm going to stop right there because the conversation, you really get out into the weeds when you start talking about this. I do. I get out in the weeds. Of course, I get out in the weeds about anything. So tell me what you think in the comments. Did you like Persons? It's Persons or PERSONZ. I don't know which it is. I think it's Persons. We're going to have a couple more videos from them. I really liked it. It had that 80s girl band energy, right? Like the Runaways or the Go-Go's, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I like this a lot. I would have liked it back then. So anyway, I've rambled enough. Tell me what you thought in the comments of this video. Hit the subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already, please. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. And I'll see you later. Bye now.